Well, guys, the Cowboys did it. On Thanksgiving, they beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
Thank you.
Yes! Thank you! They are this close to missing the playoffs. And guess what?
What?
It's December!
Oh, yeah!
Woo!
Yeah, is it on right?
Now I can wear it! Oh! Now I can wear Christmas hats and no one can complain about me being a Grinch anymore because I'm now excited for Christmas and it's time to get this rolling.
Let's go.
Glory be to Jesus Christ.
Glory forever. Welcome to Dynamite Duo Sports, the podcast where we break down the NFL's top storylines with the facts, including the fact that we are definitely in the Matrix right now because the Bears are at the top of the NFC. I'm Giuseppe.
I'm Antonios.
And today we are going to be giving you our recap for week 13 of the NFL season. Only 5 more weeks ago.
Woo! Boy! And was it a week? But I guess I'll let you start off.
Oh, absolutely. Unfortunately, I can't start off with the best game of the week, but the very close, like 5th place. You got the Packers taking down the Lions 31-24, and the Packers pretty much dominated this game for the most part. Like the score doesn't indicate how bad they got beat. So, yeah, Jordan Love had a good game. Toyota-thons here, yay, but also was the Lions. But they'll be playing the Bears next week, so we shall see what happens then. And then the Lions, you're in trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble. So.
Okay, cool. Then we had the all-glorious, the best game for all NFL fans this year.
Except for Chiefs.
Except for Chiefs fans, but we don't care.
And Eagles fans, probably. For some reason, probably.
Definitely don't care then. You had the Cowboys take down the Chiefs 31-28. That was such a fun game. It started off with like, oh, here we go again with the pick. And then they scored a touchdown off of that pick. And I was like, well, let's see what happens from here. And then we now scored a touchdown. They scored a touchdown. And then
ultimately, Cowboys won.
We won.
And honestly, I said the game was over at the start of the 4th quarter, and you were just like,
I know, literally. And then we almost made some critical mistakes. I told him he will stop talking. And I
was right, though.
We have a brother who's a Chiefs fan, too.
Talking.
And I was just like, no, after Dak threw that pick at the beginning of the game, he was like, hey, you're going to lose. I'm like, don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Yeah, I know.
And I didn't say a thing until the game was officially over.
The best thing is don't trash talk someone until the game's over, because then it feels much better.
Yep, but learn your lesson, buddy.
Yep.
Then, the Bengals take down the Ravens.
Joe freaking Burrow.
32-14. This game exposed what we've been saying about the Ravens all along. Their defense is not improved. Their offense is garbage because Lamar, I think, is still hurt.
Yeah, he's working through his injury, and that's going to be the ultimate reason why they're probably going to miss the playoffs.
Yep.
And look out, Bengals are 2 games behind both the leading teams in that division.
And they play the Ravens again. The Ravens and Steelers had to play each other twice.
Yeah.
It's all there. And
it's there for the Bengals to take if the Steelers and Ravens keep losing.
Yep.
These Ravens have a tough schedule, so I could definitely see the Ravens losing almost like all their games, except maybe being the Steelers once.
I think they'll split with the Steelers.
Yeah, so
unless the Steelers are so
I could
up
see
that
the Ravens going like 7-10 or 8-9, and that would be enough for the Bengals, I think, if the Bengals can beat the Bills this upcoming Sunday.
Yep.
So,
all right, then we had another great game.
Woo!
Which I don't know if I'm happy or not happy with the result. I probably am, but the Bears take down the Eagles 24-15. Now I need the Eagles to collapse, which might have begun.
He was hoping for Bears to collapse for Cowboys to get in, but now that the Bears look like they're not going anywhere, he's got hope for Eagles to go down for them to take division, which is not out of the question.
Not out of the question.
Because the Commanders are looking healthier until Jane Dales comes in. They did really good against Broncos defense. Well, we'll talk about that later. Talk about that later. But and then
Bears look very good. That's all I will say.
All right. Cool.
Then we had Dolphins take down the Saints 21-17. Saints nearly came back in this game. They were close. They got the onside kick, but they didn't get the touchdown to win the game.
And honestly, I don't care about the game.
Yeah, no, we don't care. Then Texans take down the Colts
as we predicted
20-16. And those are pretty good week for me.
I'm just going to say the Texans defense is going to be a lot of teams' downfalls, and their defense is going to be tough to beat. They are, in my opinion, the best defense in the NFL. I know some people might say Broncos, some people might say Seahawks, but no. My money's on Texans defense is number one.
Chiefs, this is what you're
going to have fun, Chiefs.
No. Here's what you're going to be hearing this week. It's dun dun you're in trouble. Okay. Then we had, and also the Colts, they're in trouble too.
They're in trouble too.
So, okay. Then we had the Jets take down the Falcons 27-24.
That last second field goal, right in the corner of the goalpost.
Nick Folk is very old. He probably needs to retire.
Yeah. But it's just like Falcons. This is not what I expect from you this year.
Nope.
Being like, they won 3 or 4 games. I keep forgetting because they're just that bad. Like
I think they've won 4 now.
They've done so bad. I just completely forgotten like what the record is, and I have no idea what to think of you guys at all. I think it could be a coaching problem, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think it could be. I think Michael Penix might have been a little overhyped because he's not playing amazing,
but
he is hurt before he was hurt. Kirk Cousins also, he's definitely washed too. Because after watching the past couple games, like, yeah, you probably should just retire. I love you, Kirk Cousins, but you got to retire.
Yeah,
I think
that would help the Falcons too, because they don't have to pay you.
Maybe try finding like a coaching position. I think you'd be a good, decent like QB coach. Sure. I think that'd be really good.
Sure.
So yeah, that's my take from that game. But there's not much else to really say.
The Jets might be building something. We'll see.
They might be. A lot of close games.
Yep. Then the 49ers take down the Browns 26-8. My upset alert looked good at halftime, but after that, it was nothing.
And I will say this about the Browns game is I just don't think Stefanski's using Shador the right way.
Yep.
I think Jerry Jeudy, who's complaining at Shador, was just playing lazy route running, so I don't know why he was complaining at Shador. Then 49ers, it's like their offense played safe offense today. They tried nothing risky.
They kind of had to.
They had to because against that defensive line, they didn't want, and with Denzel Ward as a cornerback or safety, whatever position he is.
Corner.
And so it's like they want to play really safe. Yeah, and Miles Garrett. Well, I'm saying
update. He's at 19 sacks now. He could get 4 sacks against the Titans this week. So.
Oh yeah, there's a very good chance he could do that. Even 5 sacks.
Yeah. If not, he'll get Josh Allen the next week. Anyway.
Yeah, and so it's like ultimately from the game, it's like Browns. You could have something. Can't really tell yet. 49ers, they're just still winning, and 49ers schedule's not that difficult. There's like 1, maybe 2 tough games, and the rest is just wide open for them. So yeah.
Yep. And then we had, what the hell, Panthers?
Panthers, can you please, like Panthers, I would love for you to be a good team, but can you just stay good? Because this was impressive.
31-28.
2 picks.
You got 2 picks on
Matthew Stafford's only had 2 the entire season. Like, dude, like this is game. I'm not even upset the Rams. I'm happy the Panthers won. I'm like, wow. But the problem I know you're not. But for me, it's like, if the Panthers made the playoffs, they're not a team that's going to go to Super Bowl because they're too consistent. But if they have their A game in one of the game, like the first game of the playoffs, they're going to eliminate one of the divisional leaders out of the playoffs.
Or if they win the division somehow.
They
eliminate the top wild card team. The Seahawks.
Which would be and they're playing them. Oh my gosh. Panthers, like, make up your minds. This entire season, like I said, you are the number 1 roller coaster team this year. No longer Bills. You are the roller coaster team. You're a team that keeps going up and down. All the teams we think undoubtedly you're going to lose to, you beat. And the teams are like, yeah, you should beat them. You lose to.
Yeah.
So it's just so weird. Ultimately, all we can say from that game is just weird.
Weird.
I don't think this makes the Rams like, oh, now the Bears are better than the Rams. No, it's just weird because the Panthers are a weird team. I don't necessarily blame it completely on the Rams, but I still think if you're one of the best teams in the NFL, like Super Bowl contenders, you should be able to beat the Panthers. But again, weird game. So
yeah, but let's just say the NFC might be wide open too. Maybe I don't know. All right,
not for Cowboys. Sorry, buddy.
Then the Jaguars taking on Titans 25-3. That's not much.
Not shocking. Yeah. Not shocking. Jaguars have easy schedule. Probably make the playoffs, but then again, because the schedule's so easy, I don't know what they're going to do in the playoffs. So.
Yeah. And then Buccaneers take down the Cardinals 20-17.
Close game, but I will say the Cardinals have done a lot of close games this year.
Yeah. The Cardinals are one of those teams where if they get the right quarterback and they get a legitimate number one wide receiver and a better running back. Basically, their offense.
The Cardinals are trying to play the game right now where it's like, let's try and kick people out of the playoffs or ruin their position in the playoffs. So that's kind of the game they've been playing.
Yep.
And so, yeah, that's what ultimately think from that. Yep. So now we go to the 4:00 games. And the Seahawks, Sam Darnold got his revenge, sort of. They won 26-0. Why I say sort of is mostly because the Seahawks defense got revenge for Sam Darnold. They got so many turnovers, a pick six. The Vikings defense is good, so it didn't surprise me that they held the Seahawks offense to only like 19 points, mostly field goals. But at the same time, they just 26-0. And J.J. McCarthy, yes, compared to Max, you look better.
That's not saying much.
That's not saying much. But when I watched that, I was like, hey, Matt, he looks like Will Levis. I know that kind of quarterback. But yeah, so Seahawks crushed them. But you played like a terrible offense, which is why they scored 0. So for me, it's like, again, we'll see what you do in the playoffs. I think you could win a game. You might not. Depends how your offense, if Sam Darnold could step up in the pressure.
Yep.
So next, an upsetting game. Well, not upsetter, but like upsetting is how it played out. Bills being Steelers 26-7. And ultimately, the reason why it's upsetting is because the Steelers are just so inconsistent. Aaron Rodgers is trying to get the players to go to the spots where they're open. He's trying to get the players are not getting open. DK Metcalf looks mid, completely mid. And their defense is like, it wasn't awful, but it wasn't very good. But I got to give shout out to Josh Allen, who broke the NFL record for most rushing touchdowns by a QB. Josh Allen's one of my favorite quarterbacks, so can't be upset about that.
Yeah.
But the thing about Steelers, they could be so much better, but they didn't go out looking for an actual wide receiver to help with him. If they had kept George Pickens, I would say without question they would be a much better team right now because Aaron Rodgers would be throwing dimes to George Pickens.
Yeah.
Like George Pickens would probably be top 5 receiver in yards and touchdowns right now. That's probably what
he is.
He is. He is
top 3.
No, yes, but I'm saying with Steelers, same case scenario. I feel like with Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I mean, I feel like they still do have. I know DK Metcalf's not George Pickens, but I still feel like they should be using him better because he is literally fast.
He's not though. He looks so slow on the Steelers side. Have you not watched the Steelers games? DK looks slow. That's why people are saying, "What's up with DK?" So, and I also blame Arthur Smith. I don't know why.
Arthur Smith is.
Why do people keep hiring him? Why do people keep hiring him?
He is so bad.
He's bad.
He was honestly, okay with the tie-ins when he just said hand the ball to Derrick Henry 20.
Yeah, I say
job.
I say hire Brian Dable. That's my
to be your head coach.
Be your head coach. Get rid of Mike Tomlin too. Mike Tomlin's also the problem. Sorry, Mike Tomlin's main focus is can I win at least 9 games so that I have my
his record.
His record. So
congratulations,
really
you might not get that.
Yeah, you might not get that this year.
So
we're hoping you kind of don't get that, so the Bengals go. Unless you guys all of a sudden look really good against the Ravens, which is even still not an accomplishment. But anyways, then you have the Chargers being the Raiders 31-14. Nothing about this game surprised me. Went how expected, but Justin Herbert had to do surgery on his left hand today or wrist. Is it the wrist or hand? So I mean, again, that's not your throwing hand, so he might be able to play. But me personally, I don't expect him to play next week. Which is not good because they're playing the Eagles, and in order for the Cowboys to get that divisional win, they're going to have to hope the Eagles lose. But if Justin Herbert's not playing, then I say Eagles have no excuse but to win. There could be a chance they could still lose. If they lose...
Oh, wait, no. We have hope. You want to know why? Yeah. Our former backup quarterback is the backup quarterback for the Chargers. True. Trey Lance time.
We'll see. It'll be interesting. But
I kind of want to see that.
If Trey Lance is the QB, I do think the Eagles defense might end up just winning the game themselves, but it'll be super low scoring in a boring Monday night game once again, which I don't want. Then Sunday night, this game was making my heart thumping, which I did not expect. I thought this game was going to be crushed. You have the Broncos winning in overtime, 27-26. Now, I did not know that the Commanders were at full health except for Jane Daniels. So when I heard that, I was like,
that's true.
For me, I was like, okay, they'll probably put up a decent fight. That was more than a decent fight. They almost won it. And in overtime, I saw, I'm like, okay, they're going for the extra point. And then I saw Marcus Mariota, 2. I'm like, oh, they're going for 2. I'm like, uh-oh, Broncos. Another upset? We've had too many this week. Why another? And who knows? Maybe Monday night with Jackson Dart being upset. Who knows? But besides the point, they go for 2. The Broncos, some people think it was offsides. I don't think it was. I think they jumped right on the snap, so it was perfect timing, as a good defense should when they need to step up. tapped the pass down to the receiver who's open, knocked it down, they won. It was a super close game. And again, the Broncos have done that this entire season. But this was closer than any other game because it was this close to you losing, not winning.
Yeah, it wasn't you coming back to win. It was the other team coming back.
Now, to be fair, Bo Nix in the overtime did march down the field and score as they needed to. Good, he did do what he normally does in tight game scenarios. But then their defense did what they don't do.
How do you give up to Marcus Mariota?
Well, I'm just saying, I watched Terry McLaurin that night, and Debo was getting the moves on last night, and Terry McLaurin.
I didn't get to see the whole game.
So that's what I was saying. It's like Terry McLaurin and Debo together was a really good wide receiver duo, and we finally got to see that for the first time against the Broncos defense. So for me, it's like
I'm not looking forward to Christmas Day.
Yeah,
for
the Broncos could end up being that team that kicks on playoffs. Like they could beat the Cowboys, and that could knock the Cowboys out of the Commanders, could beat the Cowboys, knock them out of the playoffs,
or they can beat the Eagles twice for us,
or they beat the Eagles twice. So there could be a lot of games where they could commit upsets, and that would be really good for certain teams that are trying to get in or stay in. So it'll be really interesting what they do. But honestly, next year, Eagles, you might be last in the division. That would be really funny because all these teams are looking really good, and if they all stay healthy, I have unless the Eagles get a better offensive coordinator, it's going to be a very.
I hope they fire their offensive coordinator at the end of the year.
It'll be a very interesting division next year. So those are the games from week 13.
All right, now let's get into some overreactions for this week. So we're gonna do less overreactions this week as the video has been getting a little long. But so basic rules, if you disagree, if you agree, plain and simple.
If you really disagree, if you really agree, just so you know.
Cool. All right. So let's go ahead and get started.
Since I went first last week, you get to go first this week.
Okay, fine.
We'll just take turns now.
Okay, so Tony kind of already said this. It's the Panthers. If they get into the playoffs, you do not want to be the team that has to play them first.
Yes. And I think Panthers will win first game, but then they'll lose the divisional game.
Well, here's why I say if they get in. Because they kind of have every other week. They do good, do bad, do good, do bad, do good, do bad. And so this week was week 13. That's an odd week. So week 1 of the playoffs
would be after
week 18 would be week 19, which means they'll play well.
And so it's not going to be good for whoever plays them. That's all I got to say. So it'll be interesting.
But this is only if they get in. Only if they got to beat the Buccaneers first. And also, it's weird because they have the bye week this week, and then they play the Buccaneers.
Yeah. So it'll be. We'll see. Oh shoot! I realized what you meant.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. So yeah, I agree. Let's move on to mine. I have the Bengals, and my overreaction, which I think you're going to agree with, is they're going to win the division.
Yeah.
Ravens have a super tough schedule. I could see this Ravens winning only one, winning one against the Steelers, winning nothing else. And the Steelers are just so inconsistent. I could see them being 8-9 first time for Mike Tomlin. And that's enough for the Bengals to probably win. If they beat the Bills this week, I think there's a really good chance. The one thing that's really upsetting about the Bengals, though, is they lost to Jets, which if they won that, or did they beat them?
They lost.
They lost to Jets, I think.
I think they lost to the Jets.
Yeah, and then they lost to the Patriots, who they almost beat because they realized Joe Burrow's coming back. They tried hard. Ultimately, they still couldn't beat the top-rating team right now.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think it's very likely because of how the Ravens and Steelers are looking, because Lamar's hurt, they're not playing well. Steelers just super inconsistent. So.
Yep. Okay, so this one, it's going to be a little hot take.
Okay.
If the Bears do not beat the Packers this week, they are missing the playoffs.
What is that?
Because of their schedule that they have left.
No.
And they got to play the Packers again. And then also, let's say the Cowboys beat the Lions, and then
the
last game of the season. This
is just you trying to find a way to get Cowboys in.
Could be Lions, Bears fighting for the 7th seed. Is what I'm saying.
No.
Even if okay, let's just assume the Cowboys aren't going to make it. If the Bears and the Lions both have roughly the same number of losses...
So you're saying if Lions beat the Cowboys...
No, even if the Lions lose to the Cowboys...
Well, okay, let's say they beat the Cowboys, Bears lose to Packers twice. You're saying it's going to come down to them fighting each other for the final spot.
Yep.
I still don't think so. I think the Bears. Okay, I've been someone that's been doubting the Bears the entire season, and right now, after beating all these teams, I'm done doubting them. I think they'll win division? I have to see how they play against the Packers first. But I just think they're going to make it either way. I don't see them collapsing right now. I just don't see that. I don't see it. I wish I could, but I don't see it. So that's why I disagree. I don't see that happening. It could happen, and I wouldn't care, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
I'm done doubting them. That's what I'm saying. The Pope has definitely blessed them or something. So
I don't know what's going on with that.
All right, I'm gonna go next, and it's the Texans. Because the Texans have the number 1 defense, and with how the playoffs are looking, they are a Super Bowl contender just because their defense is so dominating.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, let's see. They could beat the Bills.
They're Super Bowl contenders because their defense is so good and their offense is decent enough. And if you don't have someone like Mahomes in the playoffs or Lamar, who normally beat them, both those teams, I just don't. They're Super Bowl contenders. I'm not saying they're going to make it. I'm saying they're definitely one of the better teams in the AFC if they make it.
Yeah, like you're saying, like they're top 3?
Top 3.
Okay,
they're like a top 3.
Okay, give me your top 3 then.
Like Texans, and then if Bengals, I would say Bengals, and then like Bills. But if Bengals don't make it, I would say Patriots. Like Patriots, Bills, Texans, like as top 3 contenders.
Oh, wait, what else?
Okay, yeah, because it's just like
yeah,
they could again. If you have Bengals, Bills, Texans all in the playoffs, those are the 3 quarterbacks all with experience in the playoffs.
Yep, and they all have
they've all won
in common
something.
That
The
either
Chiefs.
Lamar or Mahomes has eliminated them from the playoffs.
Lamar's only
and that's
eliminated
it.
Texans, no one else in that.
Yeah, but CJ Stroud's only lost to Lamar and Mahomes in the playoffs.
Yes, I'm saying the one all 3 have in common is they all lose to Mahomes in the playoffs.
Yeah,
and he's not there. So that's the interesting thing about those 3 teams.
Yep.
So again, the Patriots could surprise us. I mean, could end up just winning it all. But I just, again, if they're too cocky like the Lions were last year against the Commanders, they'll lose.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, it's yours.
All right, my final one is the Denver Broncos will not win a playoff game.
Depends on
I'm predicting
that. Who are they playing? Are you your prediction?
Bills.
Oh, I have to say yes. I don't think they would.
What about if it's the Chargers and they're healthy?
No, because I've seen Justin Herbert too sloppy this year that I feel like he's going to do the same things he normally does every year.
Because it could potentially be the Colts again too, which I feel like the Broncos defense will stop them.
I think Broncos would get their revenge this time.
So basically, I'm kind of saying that the Bills are going to lose a few games, but they're still going to get in because of tiebreakers.
Yeah.
So
and I think they would beat the Broncos. So yeah, I agree. If it's the Bills, if it's anyone else, I don't know.
I think with
if Texas were a wild card,
I don't think Texas is going to be a wild card.
I don't think so either. But I'm saying if that was the case, I would say so. There are certain teams.
Maybe the Jaguars.
Maybe? No.
I mean,
Trevor
with
Lawrence
the Broncos
against their defense,
offense?
Against the Broncos defense, Trevor Lawrence, no.
Let's just say that's going to be a disgusting game to watch.
Probably
if it happened.
All right, Lions is my final before the bonus of reaction. And for Lions, is they are missing the playoffs. Yeah. I'm officially putting it in. They're missing the playoffs.
Yeah.
Wait.
Sorry.
I'm about to say, you need that. What are you talking about? They had to play the Bears. They had to play the Cowboys, who are on a roll right now with with Lions being hurt. They have to play. Oh, who's the other team that I'm forgetting?
I think they play the Steelers, but
it might be
really
Steelers.
matter.
But like again, they have a ton of teams that they could lose to because they look so sloppy. And losing just 2 games could be enough for them to get out.
And not to mention, they lost to the Vikings.
Right. And I'm saying that was a game they should have won.
And they had to play them again.
Didn't. I don't think they'll lose that time. But again,
you sure about
that? They might. I don't know. But if they lose just 2 games, I think that ultimately knocks them out. So that's why I just think they're going to miss the playoffs. So.
And a bonus. This time from Tony.
Oh, you don't have a bonus?
No, I don't.
Oh, cool. All right. My bonus is not a team, and it's just the NFC.
I mean, I can give you one if you want.
No, I mean, if you want to, but NFC. My overreaction is just NFC, period.
Okay.
Because of this past week, the NFC is just wide open for anyone's taking, except for teams that are like in the top 5 for records in the NFC. Any of those 5 could be like the Super Bowl teams.
So
it's like
who's top 5?
It's like top 5 is kind of like like Bears, Rams, Packers. It could be Buccaneers if they're healthy, but I don't really think so. Seahawks could be one because their defense is really good. And who would I put as another one? That's tough.
if we get in.
No. You think I would ever think you're top 5 in NFC?
I didn't say we were top 5, but you're struggling to find one.
49ers. That's what I forgot. Oh. 49ers.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
49ers. Well, because they're just good without anyone healthy, and they're winning games. They make mistakes, but they fix those problems. Like in the games, they adjust the mistakes, or they make sure the mistakes don't cause issues in the game, like against the Panthers.
Yeah.
So, one thing fails, other one steps up, and they ultimately win. So that's the thing about 49ers.
Okay.
Again, 49ers, Bears, Seahawks are 3 teams that I preferably would not want to say, but they kind of are right now.
Okay, I'm going to do this. Keep your microphone there.
Well, that's just
because I think it's open for any team that makes it into the playoffs. Only if the Rams, if it was just a fluke game for the Rams, I don't think it's that wide open.
But I don't think Cowboys, the only team they're going to be in the NFC if they went to the playoffs is the Eagles. That's the only team I could see them beating, Seppi. I just don't think they beat anybody else. Because, again, Cowboys are a team, until they make to the NFC Championship, I would have zero confidence in. If Cowboys make the NFC Championship, I would root for them. That's what I'll say. I would root for them. So nice of you. I would root for them because I think it means they broke the barrier, and now it's all theirs. That's what I would say. Unless they're playing Rams. Then I would be like, okay, maybe United might not win this.
I think... Wait, hold on.
But
the way that I'm just doing the math in my head here,
if you win division,
if we win the division, we're either the 3 or the 4 seed.
But I don't think you play Rams till the NFC Championship. If you win division,
well, yeah.
If you're wild card, you would probably play them divisional.
Yeah. If we make the 7th seed, we're definitely playing them divisional round. If you beat
Eagles or something,
the Eagles, or if we play the Bears again.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that game because the Bears look better than when you played them, even though they crushed you then.
Yeah, so
that's
true.
That's the issue with that one.
Yeah, but then again, our defense, we're also better than we were then, too. So that's the thing. We are better.
No, yes, but I'm saying that, again, the Bears are still better, too, and I don't...
And on top of that, CeeDee Lamb got hurt in that game.
I think Ben Johnson is your kryptonite as an offensive coordinator with the Lions.
We beat him once. I know
that was a stolen... No, that was a stolen game by the refs in that game, Seppi. I'm talking about the last time they played you. Oh, my gosh. Their offense... I think he's got a number on you guys. That's all. I think he knows you too well.
He might.
That's the problem.
He might.
So, and he knows Eberflus very well.
That's true too.
So that's the thing for me. That's why I think if you played the Bears, that's why he didn't ultimately do very well, because he knew you. He also knew Eberflus. That was the ultimate issue with that game.
Okay, so. Here. Okay, how about this? You want overreaction? Here, I'll do the Cowboys. My overreaction is that you don't want us to get into the playoffs. They don't want us in the playoffs.
I don't care if it's in playoffs because I don't think it will do anything. And if it does, like I said...
I don't say you don't care. I'm saying other teams care because that offense is scary.
No, I don't think any teams can scare except for like the Eagles if they played you.
The offense is scary.
I don't think any team would be concerned.
The Packers learned this firsthand. And on top of that, if Bryce Young could throw a party on the Rams defense, so can Dak Prescott.
No, I said, again, Bryce Young has played games that makes him look like the MVP sometimes.
So is Dak.
Not the way Bryce Young has.
What in the world are you saying?
Who has a better offense, Panthers or Cowboys?
Cowboys.
Yeah, and if Bryce Young could put up numbers like that against the Rams, yes.
So can Dak.
So could Dak, but I'm saying it's more impressive by Bryce Young.
I'm not saying it's more impressive or not, but I'm saying Dak can do it.
I don't think so. I would not. If you play the Rams, I highly doubt you do it. I will say something, though, guys. I've been waiting so long for this kind of confidence in Giuseppe. Because the past, 2 years...
It's called confidence if we get into the playoffs. The
past 2 years, he's been... Yeah, but you think you're going to.
I was broken the past 2 years.
He's been so broken the past 2 years. Now he's got that confidence thing back, and I can't wait for...
Technically, it's a year and a half.
I can't wait for when they either miss the playoffs or lose the game in a depressing way so I can laugh once again. Because that's been my life with Giuseppe, and I cannot wait. I've been waiting so long.
I have confidence that we can make it.
See?
I don't have confidence that we'll get any further than we have before.
I've been waiting so long for this.
It's not the full delusional thing yet.
It's been
not yet.
Dude,
I'm not there yet.
You literally said on Thanksgiving, anyone plays us in the playoffs except the Rams, watch out. I'm like, oh, so you think you're better than every team except the Rams? Ha!
I'm saying that we can beat every team but the Rams.
Anyone can beat anybody.
The Panthers beat them, so...
No. Sorry. No. No.
We can beat any team.
Anyone can beat any team. And no. See? I've been waiting so long for this attitude.
I said can.
Anyone can beat anyone can beat anybody.
Can, not
anyone can beat anybody. Anyone can beat anybody. But that doesn't mean there's a good chance.
The Titans exist.
The Titans almost beat the Seahawks. I don't know what you're talking about. anyone can't beat anybody.
That's
not a fluke game. That was called Cam Ward played really good.
Playing really good when the Seahawks are just playing bubble defense to just let him put.
Maybe
playing soft coverage. So
maybe
that's probably what happened.
Maybe
so.
I don't know. Or again, I just like anyone can beat anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. Yes, if someone like Titans, yeah, you got like a 1% chance of winning, but there's still 1% chance. It means you can. Just like with Cowboys, 10% chance they beat that team means they still can. Doesn't mean they will. So yes, I really don't care if Cowboys make the NFC Championship. Like I said, I would probably root for them just because they've broken the barrier.
Again, if I'm not saying we are, Tony.
Yeah, but Sebby, ifs are huge. That's a huge if.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we are. I'm not saying ifs either. I'm saying that I think we can get in, and also teams probably don't want to play unless okay. How about this? Panthers are the number one team you don't want to play in the playoffs if you beat them in the wild card round. Okay, that's number one. Number two is the Cowboys.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because we consider the underdog.
The only team that's scared to play in the playoffs is the Eagles right now. 49ers would happily play you. Packers would happily play you. Rams would happily play you. Bears would happily play you. Buccaneers would happily play you. Any team would happily play you except the Eagles.
Let them be overconfident then. That's fine.
No, not overconfident. No.
Because we'd be the underdog in all those games that you just mentioned.
No.
So.
No. See, I've been waiting for this, guys, and I'm just gonna laugh my head off.
We
when
got
the season's over.
Different coach now.
See?
No. You have to agree that Brian Schottenheimer is a much better coach than any coach that we've had in a long time.
You were 13-3 with Jason Garrett with Dak Prescott as the rookie, and you guys looked like the Super Bowl contenders.
I'm saying
and then you still lost.
The culture that he is establishing in the team is better than we've had since Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson's atmosphere was weird as heck.
Winning culture is what I'm saying.
You're not a winning team.
We are a winning
team. You're 6-5-1, but you're not that kind of winning team. Winning team, I mean like you're like
I'm just saying the future looks bright even if we don't do anything this year, is what I'm saying. Right?
I don't know. We thought the future looks bright after your 13-3 season with Dak Prescott. Then it was kind of a flip-flop.
Yeah, but then we also had Jason Garrett then.
I'm telling you, Giuseppe. Cowboys, I will never have any confidence in the Cowboys till Jerry Jones is no longer the owner.
Yeah,
when Jerry Jones is gone, I will automatically be like, okay, now I'm rooting. Now I think Cowboys, the stars is like the reach of galaxy. Sky's the limit. You know, it's like
cool.
Sky's the limit.
Hey, whatever. So. Anyway, let us know what you think down in the comments below. What's your scariest team for the playoffs overall if they get in? Let us know. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Giuseppe.
I'm Tony. And
this has been Dynamite Duo Sports. And let me leave you since we're going with the delusional Cowboys fan here. Let me leave you with one thing. How about them Cowboys?
I can see right now everyone watching this video, unless they're Cowboys fan, laughing at what you just did.
Well, we beat the Chiefs, so you're welcome.
Yeah, and I'm happy about that. Thank you very much. The only time I ever probably would really rooted so hard for you guys in my entire life.
You should root hard for us more often.
No. Oh yeah, you want that. I don't want that.
Just no saying it.
You know what? If I became a Cowboys fan, imagine if that did make him do well. It's like you think I'm a good luck charm.
I mean, you're a Titans fan right now, so you might as well.
I don't really care. I like their jerseys, Titans jerseys.
You didn't say no.
No, I am not being a Cowboys fan. I will never be a Cowboys fan.
Yeah. Oh well.